Hey, my little minnows, this is Jamie with Baskerville Crafts. This channel is about diamond painting, cross stitch, breathing, gardening, all the things. Yeah, I'm gonna explain what happened to my arm. And if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to do the things. I just got done chasing the cat around in the backyard, so I am winded. Today is Wednesday, November 12th. I had my surgery November 7th, and it's all the way up to mid-bicep. I just got really close, sorry. What had happened was in 2023, Boss was getting ready to go in and have his neck surgery, so we were trying to get some household chores done. And we needed to rebuild our back ramp because it was unsafe for our dogs and for us. So we had inches and inches of rain, and the ramp was wood. So some of that wood absorbed a bunch of water. And it just so happened that it was heavier than what we thought. And whenever we cut it off and we're trying to get it in the trailer, I happened to be standing in a hole. And as you know, I'm about 10 inches shorter than Boss is. So he was on the high end and I was on the short end. And I ended up denting. I picked the ramp up 3 times. And ended up denting the trailer that we were putting it on, and also pulling the tailgate of our little dump trailer up whenever we were trying to get it set it in there. Needless to say, I tore my shoulder at 11. There's 11% tear in my labrum in my shoulder. When that happened, I had a bruise going down the front of my arm. We thought, I pulled a tendon or whatever. Okay. In August, I had my carpal tunnel surgery. And I told the doctor then, there's this mass here. There's something wrong. It was causing a lot of pain and discomfort. Nothing. It's just a mass, right? It's just a mass. I'm going to flip you guys around. I look like shit, but it is what it is. At least I'm clothed. And my room is a mess. What else is new? I kept complaining about my elbow. And they could feel it. They sent me for MRIs, with and without contrast, CT scans, blob, x-rays. Nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing. So, fast forward 2 years. Got a new doctor. Went to a new ortho. She sent me to a vascular MRI, a vascular ultrasound. There was no blood flow to this area. So they were like, well, it's a lipoma or something tore or something of that nature. Okay. Got in with the surgeon. Within 2 weeks, I was scheduled for surgery. So I've been dealing with this pain. I cross stitch, I could do maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 stitches, depending on the fabric and the needle and how it was pulling. But anything over that, I was in so much pain after that. It was ridiculous. They cut it out on Friday. It was a 4.7 by 4.5 by 2 centimeter lump in my arm. They tested it. It is, benign. It's just a lipoma, fatty deposit. My shoulder is still tore at 11%. I'll deal with that. I can deal with the tear because that doesn't bother me. The bruising, on the other hand, she tried twice. She tried one in the top of my hand and then one up at my elbow. Didn't work. My veins kept collapsing. No, I went from midnight until, well, probably more like 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. until, oh, it was at least 9 o'clock before we got in the in the room to get suited up, right, or to get situated. Okay, there it is. She tried twice, and she's like, "Nope, we're not going to do this. We're going to go get the anesthesiologist." Okay, good deal. Well, he tried right at my thumb, right there. Nope. They brought in the ultrasound machine to finally get a vein, and my veins are real close to the surface. So what they were doing was they were just going through them. And even with the ultrasound machine, he had difficulty getting it in because the catheter was really long, and my veins did not like that at all. So, it took him 20 or 30 minutes to get me situated to where I was like, as long as I'm out of pain, you knock my ass out, we're good. I don't want to feel this. They didn't know if I was going to be in a full, like I am, or if I was just going to be in an elbow. It depended on how bad the surgery was, or invasive, or whatever. This thing's getting fucking aggravating. Sorry about the language, but it's. I don't like not having my hands. Pissed it off yesterday because myself and I scheduled my ankle and toenail removal for yesterday. Yay. So now my big toe on my right foot is all bandaged up. Oh, y'all, it's... And they couldn't get my toe numbed. He said, "Is that pressure or pain?" I said, "Pain." He said, "Can you handle it?" I said, "I can handle it. Get it out of there." And it was that about an inch and a half long, and probably an eighth of an inch wide, maybe. So there is that. My toe looks like shit. It looks gnarly. But if I don't have to deal with the pain of ingrown toenails anymore, I'll deal with it because it's one less pain I have to deal with. And we are losing. He is going to a different facility. So I wanted to get in and get this done by him before he left. So my A1C... What was my A1C? It was elevated. So I had blood work before my surgery. I had blood work that Monday. And I've been telling the doctor my blood sugar spikes in the mornings. Okay, nothing he can do, really. So we are upping the Trulicity. This is my medical journey. This is not medical advice. Just throwing it out there because, you know, how YouTube is. They're upping the Trulicity to a 3. They put me on Cymbalta because I'm dealing with all over pain from the bottoms of my feet to the top, to my freaking hair follicles on the top of my head. I hurt. It aches. I'm in pain constantly. It's just not getting any better. So, got the elbow done on Friday. Started the Cymbalta on Saturday. Had the toe done Monday. Or no, Tuesday. Veterans Day. Mom's got an appointment today. Mom's got an appointment tomorrow. Yeah. So, we're booked. Basically. I'm stuck at home because boss refuses to let me drive. Even though, you know, I pissed my arm off yesterday real good because we went to Sam's, and then we went and had lunch, and then we went to, where else did we go? Had lunch, went to Sam's. Where else did we go? I don't remember. But Boss is on this thing about rolls. The Sam's rolls in a bag, the 24, the 20, the little rolls, the big bag of rolls for like $4 for 24 of them. He's eating anywhere from 8 to a dozen a day, and the man's not gaining any weight. But if that's all he eats, it's better than nothing, because normally he doesn't eat. So, you know, sorry, he messaged me. He has Mom at the store getting the finishing fixings for Thanksgiving. Hard to find celery. Oh, we went to Walmart. We went to Sam's, Walmart, and then we went lunch, and then we went to the doctor, got that done. They had to inject 2 full syringes of numbing medication in my toe, and then I still felt it. It was not pleasant. Nope. And then whenever Colton, just stop. When we were getting ready to walk out to set up the next appointment for a follow-up, I about hit the deck, y'all. About hit the deck. Since they use acid on to kill that nail. Stop it, Colt. My fight or flight response kicked in. And if I didn't know any better, I thought I was having a heart attack, because it was like in my chest, back to my spine, going bloop 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 bloop. I'm gonna puke. But I told her, I said, I'm hot. Get me out of here. I'm gonna hit the deck. Get me out of here. So you do not need a freaking cat just brought me this. Quick, Colt. As you can tell, I have my nurses with me. I got sick cats. We got some naughty nose cats going on, so probably just, fall colds, hopefully, or allergies. Anyway, he got me in the car, and he's like, well, I'm going to go down I-35. It's like, no, you're going to go the back way. It took us like 30 minutes coming the back way, because I was like, no, I-35 is going to be backed up. It wasn't backed up, y'all. It wasn't backed up. He's like, you did this on purpose. I was like, say you want to drive, but you're driving. So, that is that. I unbandaged my foot last night. That's how I know it looks gnarly. It is redoctored, rewrapped. I really need a shower. I really need to wash my hair. But until this bandage comes off, nope. I do the bath in the sink kind of thing, wipe everything down, make sure I don't smell bad. But yeah, I need a shower. I need to wash the surgery off of me. Oh, here's a thing. Here's something new that I didn't know was happening now. They have wipes for before you go into surgery, because I had to strip down to my skivvies. I could only have my undies on. Okay. So there was a wipe for one wipe for each leg, one wipe for each arm, one wipe for your back and your front. So there's 6 wipes. To get rid of all germs, whatever. Nothing on your face, nothing on your genitals, anything like that. And then they swabbed my nose with betadine. One of them dynes thing, to make sure that I wasn't bringing any bacteria in. And then I had to do a special diet prior to the surgery because I'm on Trulicity, and it slows your digestion down so much that I had to go on a full liquid diet prior, so as to not aspirate during surgery, because that's what was happening. Absolutely loved the anesthesiologist. He's the best one I've ever had. I've had multiple surgeries. Best one I've ever had. He sat, he talked with us, he joked with us, he explained what he was doing. Kudos to him, because yeah, my blood pressure did spike because they were taking it on my forearm. It spiked to 150 over 104. And then when they put it back up on my arm, once they got done giving me medication, it was fine. So I am on a high blood pressure pill and a water pill. So let's see here, what else? My A1C went from a 6.5 to a 6.6. So I'm not real happy about that, even on the Trulicity. And I've been watching what I eat, and it's going to be like, I'm getting tired of it, doc. I'm getting really, really tired of it. Because I'm not seeing any movement anywhere. My blood sugar, my weight, it's still the same. Before I took it's like, why am I on Trulicity if my weight's going to stay the same? So I have an endocrinologist appointment in January. It's just getting to that point. The moles, we're not even going to discuss them fucking things. Yeah. But I am ready for this bandage to come off of my arm. Because my toe, I can soak it and then rewrap it. Because you have to take, all I have to do is just soak my big toe. That's what they said. It's 2 tablespoons of Epsom salts to pour 1 quart of water. And you soak for like 15 minutes. And you take it out and you doctor it and all that kind of stuff. So, but this bad boy, you can look at my fat roll, but the swelling this was tight, so you can tell the swelling has gone way down. Look at the back of my hand. That. And then he did, let me see, he did this one here, and it bruised a little bit, and then you're gonna see all kinds of stuff. Let me just show you. Let me flip you around. Let's see here. She did this one and he did this one. This is the one that stayed in. She did this one because, yeah, but this vein is like right in underneath the surface. These veins over here, I would donate platelets out of these. So, yeah, there's nothing. I asked him, is there anything that can be done? Nope. It's like, well, shit. So, I am going to go take some meds and get on ice. I love the ice machine. Roger Boss's ice machine that he had for his 4 shoulder surgeries. That has been a lifesaver. I'm going to go relax while they're gone. I'm not sleeping, so if I can at least relax a little bit, it'll be better than what I've been getting. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye, y'all.